Welcome back to Aaliyah's Toy Channel. My name is Ryan.
My name is Max. People call me Maxie. My name is Lindsay.
Today we are taking over Aaliyah's Toy Channel for at least a month of June to celebrate Pride Month. We were supposed to be here last week but couldn't make it because of our flight got delayed. But as Angie and Peyton had mentioned on Aaliyah's Toy Channel Instagram page, we were taking over the whole month of June to celebrate our LGBTQ month. We were featured on Origin Channel, which is not that hard to find. Just search Born in the Wrong Body, the summer camp full documentary on YouTube, and it'll pull it right up.
Not to mention that this video got 15k likes and got over 531,000 views. It got uploaded 3 years ago. I forgot how old I was when this video was taken, but I was probably 6 or 7 years old. I am not sure. I'm very bad at remembering things. You know, I was really little, so I don't really remember anything that much at age of 6 or 7 years old. The hippocampus and prefrontal cortex, which are responsible for forming memories, aren't fully developed until around age 3 or 4. Some say that when these brain structures are immature, it's like using a colander with large holes, and information is more likely to be forgotten. Although the production of new neurons continues in adulthood, the rate of activity slows down. Scientists think that this rapid rate of neuron production in childhood could contribute to our higher rate of forgetting when we're young. Well, that was kind of true. When we were all little, we forget everything that happens around us and what we do when we were little.
Well, we don't always remember everything in our childhood and sometimes have large impact on our brains. We just getting off topic. Anyway, back to what we are talking about. You guys will be learning the importance of LGBTQ and its history. As mentioned in the last video, we introduced the LGTBQ as well as the histories of the LGBTQ community. There is some importance of them. There are many people out there that are transgender sometimes get discriminated. Yeah, I know you guys would say, Ryan, that is so wrong for people to be treating them that way. I know it sounds wrong. This is why US have strict laws in place to protect people like us. Not only transgender, this law applies to protect people based on race, color, religion, pregnancy, national origin, disability and genetic information. Under Title V of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, as amended, 42 U.S.C. Section 2000G, it is illegal to discriminate against someone based on their protected status. Discrimination are prohibited and those that break that law is getting prosecuted by the extension of the law.
Well, I'm so glad that this law was in place to protect people like us from ever get discriminated.
Anyway, in today's video this is our first day, so we were only introducing ourselves and tell you guys a little bit about ourselves and who we are. And in the next video we will be covering the first lesson of the LGTBQ. We will be talking to you guys about the color of the LGTBQ flags and what they're meant, as well as cover some of the descriptions of their assigned color. And we'll go over and cover the lessons about the history of Gilbert Baker and his family.
And then Laura and Aaliyah will be taking over on Sunday and cover their lessons, which I am not sure what they're going to be covering. And when we get back after that, we'll be covering the lesson about history of Brenda Howard and what she does for the LGBTQ community. As we are celebrating the Pride Month, we want to give a huge thank you to Angie and Peyton for allowing us to be on this channel and cover some of the lessons about transgender and the LGBTQ community. We have so much to cover and probably won't be covering all of them in one video, so we break them up into each videos just to save us some time. Same goes for the lesson about Immigration Heritage Month, which we don't cover those lessons. Aaliyah and Laura are the one that do those lessons, only. Exceptions only if Angie and Peyton ask us to cover that too if Laura or Aaliyah is unable to come in.
That is correct. Only if they tell us to cover their lessons on their behalf, then we are obligated to do it. Only if they ask to do so. We don't know much about the importance of the immigrations, but we'll try our best to give out those lessons as accurate as if they were to cover those lessons.
Before we end our today's video, We're going to go ahead and switch over to Aaliyah and Laura real quick so they can go over their introductions of their lessons. So we will see you guys momentarily. So here we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Laura and this is my friend Aaliyah.
I know some of you guys already know us. We've been on this channel for a very long time. This introduction is for people that are new to the channel. Before we get into the introductions, as Ryan, Lindsay and Maxie has been going over their lesson, we are going to be covering some of the introductions about the Immigration's Heritage Month. If you guys didn't know, we both weren't born in the USA and we are both considered a legal immigrant. We are authorized to work and live in the United States as a legal US citizens.
We are going over the lesson of National Immigrant Heritage Month, as known as IHM. National Immigrant Heritage Month began in June 2014 when former President Barack Obama issued a proclamation establishing the month to honor immigrants and their contributions to the United States. The month is a time for all Americans to celebrate the country's diverse heritage and the important role of immigration. It also encourages people to share stories and amplify diverse voices to help sustain immigrant protections and shift public sentiment toward immigrants.
We have so much to cover. On Friday, Saturday and Sunday we will be going over some of the things about National Immigrant Heritage Month, going over some of the history about it, learn about the importance of it and why this existed in the first place. We will also be talking about the new laws in place and much more.
We might be covering some of the LGTBQ lesson only if Angie and Peyton ask us to do so on the behalf of the girls. We know some of stuff about the LGTBQ but not quite much actually.
While LGTBQ is pretty easy to teach, I used to have a really close friend back home in my country that I was from that was transgender. I haven't seen her for quite a long time since we went to school together. I really miss her and I wonder how she's been doing.
I'm pretty sure you can still contact her through voice call, text messages or FaceTime. I'm pretty sure one day she'll probably move to the United States and be with us.
Only if they can apply for a green card to be authorized to work and live in the USA legally, then it would be great. I'll get to be able to be with my close best friend again like we used to back home. I'm not 100% sure, but I would get a hold of her when we get off this video.
If you guys didn't know, we have a green card, which it's called a permanent resident card, which means that you're legally allowed to live within the United States in any 50 states including Alaska.
As an legal immigrant, it is your responsibility to renew it and you must have a valid green card to continue to stay inside the US. An expired green card doesn't mean you're no longer a lawful permanent resident of the United States, unless you commit a crime or stay outside the country for too long. You can renew your green card by filing Form I-90, application to replace permanent resident card, with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. You can also visit the USCIS website or call 1-800 number on the back of your green card for any assistances on renewing your green card.
I know some of you guys don't know what the green card looks like, but I don't have it on me since my parent has it put away.
Luckily I managed to have it on me. Let me go get it from my handbag. I'll be right back. I'm back, and I got my Visa card. Let me get the camera closed up so you guys can see my green card. Okay, as you can see right here, this is in fact the green card. I'll go over some of the features on this card and the information is seen on here. And no, before I get to it, my USCIS is blurred out for safety and security reasons, so I won't be showing that on here. Please note that this is a cartoon and the green card shown here doesn't exist in real life. None of this is real, it's for demonstration and educational purposes only. Now we got those disclaimer out of the way. Now let's start on the top. As you can see on surname it shows my last name, then under it is the given name, which is my legal name. Now under given name is my USCIS number, which is a very unique number assigned by the green visa. Then next to it is a category as mentioned on the card. I'm not going to be explain whole bunch of details about it. Now move on. There is date of birth, which every should know, my birthday. Then under there is a expiration date as mentioned earlier. Then the last one is the date of resident, is the day you had moved to the US. While even though I don't want to explain every detail about it, I'll go ahead and explain it anyway for those of you curious people. Okay, let's get into it. The letter is the code to help identify your current status. For example, mine category is E23, which stands for child of an alien classified as E21 or E26. I'll explain what E21 and E26 meant here in a second. But first you need to know why category is important. You can look up category code, just Google, and it's not that hard to find. Just search it up and it will come right up in the results. Now let's go back and talk about the E21, E26. Let's start off with E21 first. E21 is professional holding an advanced degree or of exceptional ability, and E26 is professional holding an advanced degree or of exceptional ability, which I don't know what they meant, but mine is E23 and E27. Let me explain what E27 meant. E27 is child, under 21 years of age, of a lawful permanent resident alien, subject to country limitations. Which that makes sense. I'll probably ask my mom later on what child, under 21 years of age, of a lawful permanent resident alien, subject to country limitations meant and what it does. Now under it is my gender. And next to it is the country, the name of the country which I was born in and where I was from, even though category code is good use to describe the immigrant visa category that corresponds to the immigration petition you filed. It is located on the front side of the green card next to the cardholder's USISCI number. This field is also known as class of admission. The green card category number is typically composed of 1 or 2 letters followed by a number. It depending on where you got it at, and it is illegal to make a fake green card, and if you get caught then you're pretty much screwed. Real permanent resident card, also known as a green card, has several features that can help you identify it as authentic. Color. The card is yellowish with red, white, and blue accents, and a nod to its green origins design. The card features custom artwork that includes the American flag and Statue of Liberty. Information. The card includes the bearer's name, date of birth, USISCI number, and card expiration date. Engravings. The bearer's date of birth and gender are engraved along the left edge of the card. The card has a laser engraved fingerprint and a magnetic barcode the back as a security feature.
As she mentioned about the green card, it is an admission to re-enter the US. It is important to always keep this in a safe place and don't lose it. This is why I didn't have it on me, because I don't want to lose it and end up going through an unnecessary process to get me another one, which probably take months to be mailed to you. United States Postal Service is the worst mail carrier to exist in this country. Trust me, I've been through them before and it wasn't pretty, plus they're not very nice. To anyone, no wonder why post office all over the US has a 1-star reviews. They treat people wrong.
Well, that's all the lesson I have for today. When we come back, we will be talking about the immigrants' rights and what they are. There is so much to cover, so they should cover some of them at once but not all of them. I am trying to make our videos short but not too short. I would say about 16 or 17 minutes long.
Before we switch you back to the girls, we will still be around. We will just end up in the background of the videos, or we will be in the video whenever it's our turn. Always remember, always stay positive, and you guys have a blessed day.
Bye now.
If you guys like this video, don't forget to rate this video, and also don't forget to help us out by subscribe to Aaliyah's Toy channel and be part of Kids Nations if you guys haven't done so.
Remember to always stay positive, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Bye now.